Hi, Cancer. How are you? This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage Soul Tarot. Thanks for stopping by my channel. As many of you know, I'm on the road this week. Where the heck am I? I'm in Springfield, Missouri. And tomorrow I'll be heading on to Amarillo, Texas. It's been a really fun journey, and luckily just gorgeous sunsets and things like that. So I've got a little makeshift studio. Thank you very much to the wonderful people at the hotel. Didn't have enough internet bandwidth up in my room. They put me in a lovely little, very private, sort of tucked back away in a private, quiet place, but not enough internet. So they're letting me use one of their private conference rooms. Very grateful. Let's jump in, Cancer. I can see that something's going on. Okay, so if you're new, I'm clairvoyant. I channel messages. I use the cards. My guides are correcting me already. They use the cards to illustrate the messages that are channeling through to me. So we're going to take a look at you, Cancer, at your life, your soul circuit, your circumstances. What is it that you are, the energies that you're working with, basically, in any given week. And then we're going to look into your partner with these little beautiful golden tarot deck cards. Ooh, look. My guides are saying, look at that. So I don't know, while I'm recording, I'm getting a lot of glare off the window. I'm hoping that that's not going to be true for the video. So please be patient with me this week since I'm in transit. So Cancer, there's the message from my guides, okay? That's the Queen of Pentacles, the sacred grandmother. And she sits suspended in the universe, weaving together the strings of destiny for her sacred lineage. So as the Queen of Knowledge in this deck, that's the theme that my guides want to speak to you about. Something about your destiny being woven together. And she looks right into the card that indicates you and your energy. And for you this week, beautiful Cancer, look. The Counselor of Truth in this deck is the Hermit card. Somebody who is in the process of coming into a lot of internal knowing, becoming a touchstone of truth in your own life. That's why we see this gentleman depicted as, you know, somebody with gray in their beard, a wisdom holder. So mostly it's about coming into your own wisdom and being a wisdom holder in a general way, but most especially for you in your life. Wow, okay, hang on. So under the theme of sort of that idea, we have this beautiful card about gifts being received from the universe. And I love that because there's light in this card and there's greenery, which indicates to me new growth, and points of light. It's very interesting. So there is something going on very deeply internally for you, growth and shift and change in all kinds of ways. And this is the card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, Standstill. You've had this card a couple times now, I think since August. So clearly you've been in an elongated process of internal knowing. My guides are, obviously in the card is showing kind of taking the Buddhist approach. Just stand still. Look at the way you're sitting in the light. So you may feel shrouded in lack of clarity, or you may feel that this is exactly how you are being aspected, my guides are saying. You may really feel very still. You may feel that you're sitting in the light. A lot of energy around you when you go inward. So for you this week, Cancer, that's my advice if you need it. Understand the universe is weaving together the strings of your destiny. Okay, you have a lot of assistance with the Queen of Pentacles as the theme. Abundance, earthly abundance, spiritual matters, feminine style of abundance. So a lot of deep knowing. And we see it in the cards that are reflected here as well. So before we jump in, let's just take a look at your partner. So this is the card that indicates your partner. You're with someone who is very beloved to you. All right. And my guides are saying, and beloved perhaps by the universe. They're also being held very tenderly by the universe. But my guides are saying this is your thoughts about this person. The way you hold the notion of them is the beloved. And we see, holding somebody's heart in your hands and very tenderly. And this person also on their own journey. Look at that. a sweet soul rising going on. So we're in this week where we just came past the Aries full moon. There's a lot of energy. Go look at the astrology. Always check your astrology. So your sweet beloved, whoever this person is, they are also involved in a very tender, really beautiful internal process. And it has to do with their soul circuit, in a sense, because when we see this here, and those are one of the things that my guides talk about, is your soul circuit. So the first card we have for them is the High Priestess. So there is something going on with their energy. We'll check. Okay, my guides are just, ooh, yeah, look. So that person is in the process of connecting with the soul rising and wanting to bring their life forward in a very stable way. And so I think what's happening is they are making offerings and gifts to the High Priestess energy, in a sense, and maybe it's the High Priestess energy within you. We'll look some more, okay? So let's take a look at you. I hope you can see this. All right, so yeah, look. Cancer, so beautiful. All right, hang on a second. So my guides lately have been talking about the split. So I'm just going to show you, okay? Look at that. So while you're in this state of being, that's the Three of Pentacles. In traditional tarot, we see a young man standing in what appears to be a church or a temple. My guides call it the temple because they're talking about ancient wisdom, I think. And he's got a chisel and I think a hammer, and then he's got what looks like a light. And the benefactors, the guides, the priest show up and they have a meeting with him while he's working. And they shine a light on the plants. Check in with him. Do you need anything? What's happening? Is there something you need us to know? There's a give and take going on from between you and the sacred realm. So that's the first step on your human journey. I really love it. And I think because you're in the place that you're in, with all the cards that have already come out, look at that. Let's see if I can get that into the camera with enough light on it. That's the Liberator of Devotion, okay? In this deck, it's the Death card. And it's about going through a portal. Do you see this? And, I don't know if you can tell. I hope, because of the lighting, I can't tell. Do you see how there are two figures there where the points of light are? There are two figures. They look like they're lying on the ground. It's very interesting. So there is something happening for you, Cancer, in terms of a growing internal awareness. And I think when you become this touchstone of truth and the universe weaving together the strings of your destiny, you are going to be liberated. All right. So the Death card, death and rebirth, through a process of coming into your own internal wisdom, connecting with the sacred realm to build a temple within you. That's what this is about. Clearly, okay? Shoot. You know what? Okay. Be patient because I'm improvising. So when we see the cards this way, I know that's an internal process that you're building your internal temple in order to go through a death and rebirth process to liberate yourself, the liberator of devotion. So there's something that you're wanting to change about yourself, about the way you sit in the world, about the way the light comes through you. It's very interesting. So here's the second half of the split. Look at that. Oops. Well, I guess my guides want it. Let's see what's under there. So there's something that you're not satisfied with. Okay? That is, come on, light. That is the Four of Cups. So we see this cup. It's fractured down the middle. We understand that that means it's not stable. One half of it is filling up with water, able to hold love energy. The other half is fractured and broken. So there's something about your life that isn't working for you. It might be in a love relationship. It might be a work relationship. There's something that you're trying to get some wisdom and some help with because you want to be liberated from it and you're willing to go through a process. So what I like about this is when you go through this process like this, the part of the cup that's stable, that is holding water, that is directly connected to the liberator of devotion. So take heart, because whatever it is that's not working, that's dying, that needs to fall away, you're doing the right thing in order for this process to come forward, okay? So, okay, I'm going to shuffle a little bit. All right, let's just see what the guides have to say. Interesting. Nope, they keep wanting the split. All right, so following along that theme, here we go. There's the next card. That's the Eight of Cups, okay, in this deck. Yes, liberating yourself from something that's not working. Again, could be a job, could be a relationship. It could be the relationship that you have with yourself, given the way the cards are coming out, okay? So there's a deep internal process going on. Let me move this over a little bit, make sure we can still see it. I'm going to have to adjust the computer, gang, because I can tell that the cards aren't going to all make it into view. That's pretty good. All right, so, my guides are saying the view. They're talking about the wide view. So let's shuffle and see what comes to the top, okay? We'll see what's going on in terms of, we're looking at what's going on in your life, you as an individual. Let's look at what's going on in your spiritual life. So there we are, a reflection of this, really. That's the Two of Swords. So, in the traditional tarot, we see this person blindfolded. It's usually a woman sitting in front of a body of water, looks like the ocean. Two swords, one pointing in each direction over her shoulders, while she actually is in the process of divination. That's what my guides say about that card. It's not about making a decision. It's not about not being able to make a decision. It's about the process of making the decision. And we see it described all over these cards that are here for you today. Okay, so I'm just going to put that in there. My guide said do it in shorthand, which means you won't be able to see the whole card. And you know what? I am going to, all right. I think we're going to have to put up with the lighting for now. Okay, so there we go. I like it. So this is a process, of course, courtship of heart. That's Three of Cups. So there is going to be some celebration. When you come through your own process, you're going to be able to celebrate your gains, and you're going to be able to master and remove anything that is causing you to somehow not be able to make a connection energetically, either with yourself or with another person. So this is a story about obstacles in the way. This couple had to remove obstacles in order to be able to join their energy. So when we see the feminine death card and we see this masculine hermit card, counselor of truth, and the way in which the energies are displaying here, I continue to suspect that this is really about you and you, but you'll have to take it as it works in your own life, Cancer. I know that, okay? So let's take a look. Well, my guys are talking about the top. Yeah. So, this theme's been going on for a while. You are just in a protracted period of self-change. Loosely stated, that's about reincarnation. So it's about wish fulfillment, actually, because this would be the Nine of Pentacles. The elk is stamina for this long journey that you've been on while you continue to shift and change through a death process within a lifetime. So I like that it's coming out this way. Let's put that right there. Come on, cards. My little makeshift studio. I'm going to put this right here. And let's grab an outcome card for you. Okay, can you see that? I think you can. Spirit, give us one more notion. What is it that Cancer needs to take away from this message? Yeah, look, victory. There you go, a prophecy about victory. That's the Ace of Swords. It's known to be activated by the wind in the season of winter, which is coming upon us here in the northern United States. So I like it. A lot of shift and change, a lot of growth. It's almost as if my guides can sense the fact that you're stressing. I know a lot of Cancers. I know some of you are stressing, okay? So the message is take heart. And I know sometimes we get sick of hearing that, don't we, when things are tough? My guides are saying, yes, we do. But take heart, because it's a prophecy. You are going to, through this process that you're doing, all right, even if you have to let something go, and ask for help from the universe. This decision about whatever this is, whatever this desire is that needs to be fulfilled with the Four of Cups there, while you sit in this very internal process, check it out. That's the prophecy. You are going to get the clarity that you want. It is going to transform you by virtue of going through the process. So stick with it. Make sure you get help, right? The Counselor of Truth, the Hermit in this card. Go get some counseling if you need it. If you're really in a serious life situation, you're trying to decide, am I leaving a job? Am I leaving a marriage? Am I leaving my partner? Am I leaving some part of me behind? You deserve to have some help. Okay, so please go and get some therapy of whatever kind. My guides love Jungian therapy. So there's somebody out there that can help you. Okay, go get some help. You deserve it. This is not easy. It's deep. I see how deep you're going. All right, Spirit, please give us something more about your beloved. Cross watchers, if you're here, love to hear your comments always. And this can go vice versa. Don't get stuck on gender. We're talking about energy. And when my guides are here to talk about energy, they are talking about the quantum physics of a spiritual being, because we are all energy. We know it. And that does affect us. And so when we talk about lovers and twin flames and soulmates, and my guides call it quantum partners, it's the energy that you share. Where is it? Like this. Okay? That's what they're talking about. Always. All right, Spirit, give us some knowing about Cancer's partner. What is it that person, what is their experience? That's what my guides are saying. Yeah, look. So it's really interesting because we have the Knight of Pentacles followed by the Page of Pentacles. They are working really hard to do something, to start something new. And perhaps with you, okay, my guys are saying, there you go. Sometimes they say things like, wait, there you go. So they're moving on. Interesting that they have the swords in their spread too, okay? So they are definitely having the sweet soul rising. They're going deep into the temple. Interesting, isn't it? See where the two of you are doing? Somehow you're doing this together. So this person has been working, I think, for a long time with a lot of spiritual knowledge. When the Knight of Pentacles looks into the High Priestess, that's somebody who's offering prayers into the sacred realm about the secret, sacred knowledge that they may have discovered or may be privy to or maybe asking for, because they're engaged in some kind of a, oh gosh, got to change my view, because they are engaged in some kind of a process for themselves. So when you're making offerings to the High Priestess regarding the secret knowledge that your partner may hold, or sacred knowledge, or what they want to do with the spirituality in their own life, at this point, they're taking what they have already built and they're basically giving it back into the temple. It's fascinating, into the realm of the High Priestess, because they feel like they're reaching another level. And it might be what causes you to go on your own journey, or maybe accelerates or complements. It has something to do with you because of this. See that? There's something going on between you and this person, Cancer, and I think maybe it's the work of the relationship, which, if that's true, for those of you with whom that resonates, it's really beautiful. And there's something about the relationship that needed to shift and change. Something about it that wasn't totally satisfying. Very interesting. So you're working real hard to get unstuck from the factors of those things that don't work within the relationship you have, or in fact, you are going through a shift and change process because you're not happy with the relationship, and this is the bridge card. You're going to walk away from something because it's just not serving you. It's just not, because you're making a decision about this connection, and it's changing your life somehow, and it's your destiny. So try to breathe deep, my guides are saying. For your partner, they're doing the same thing. They're moving into their destiny. They also have been working really hard. So the Star card and the Eight of Pentacles, they've reached a place of mastery. And based on the place that they have ascended to, my guides are saying, they're starting a new project and they're moving on. So part of that might be affecting you. Maybe that's what's going on. You may be feeling like you were left behind, and you don't want to be left behind. You want to walk forward with your own life. So, sometimes we do change our lives for a partner. Certainly I've done it. We've all done it. Sometimes it's the right thing, and sometimes it's not. So we've got a discussion here about your destiny. Make sure you do your own process for you, Cancer. Well, there's me pontificating. It's the best, most healthiest option, okay? All right, let's get one more card, Spirit, please, for Cancer's partner. What is it that Cancer could know that would help them love and support, understand this person? And, and my guides are saying, and love and support and understand yourself. Because things, the one constant is change. That whole thing about the only thing you can count on is like death and taxes and change. All right, Spirit. Woo! Okay, I'm just going to show you. So, 2 cards jumped out. They're resting on my arm. Look, the Moon card and the 10 of Pentacles. So, absolutely, your person's going after their destiny. And I love that the Moon is here with the 10 of Pentacles. So your partner's working really hard on their own fortunes, on their own process, deeply with the spiritual realm. Things are being revealed to them. Secrets about themselves, about their destiny, about the work that they're doing, the plans they're trying to make. And for them, they are in the process of creating their own destiny. Absolutely. And they're working with this notion of the high priestess, sacred knowledge, and they're moving more deeply into their destiny. Perhaps this has been hidden within that person or within their, my guys are talking about the destiny road, things like that. So Cancer, whoever your person is, they also, see the 6 of Swords looking kind of into the 8 of Cups. This person might also be in a process of moving on or leaving. And it may just be time. So, all things change, all things end sometimes. The best thing you can do is to take care of yourself, allow the process of change to happen. And take care of yourself means change your own self if that is needed. Go deeply into yourself. Allow the death and rebirth process to happen so you can have the kind of connection you want. And if you need to walk away from something, liberate yourself. The liberator of devotion is here. What are you devoted to? See how these are touching at the corners? What are you devoted to that's not working for you, sweet Cancer? Sometimes you do have to walk away. It's not easy to liberate yourself, but you have this as the outcome. So take heart. Be strong, Cancer. Know that you're going through a process, either together with your partner or simultaneously with a partner, and that everything's going to be okay. I don't see any disaster here, but I do see that it's time to sort of just get with yourself, get with your spirit guides. Take care of yourself, okay? So let's pick out something from the bag of runes. Spirit, what can we know for Cancer, please, from the Oracle of the Runes for this week, the week of the Aries full moon? It's going to carry us forward 6 months, this energy. And it's powerful. Spirit, something for Cancer. Please, what is the advice for Cancer in this beautiful full moon energy? Aries. Moving through obstacles, right? That's what Aries is all about. Moving past obstacles, and we see it. It's really interesting. All right, Spirit, yeah, look. There you are, Cancer. That's the rune for gateway. And it is about letting go of all the things that brought you into this moment that you're standing in. So I love that. That's, my way of thinking, that's auspicious. So that's the rune Thurzaz. It's about the gateway. It's about a place of non-action. And it's interesting because we don't see a lot of action here. We see a lot of internal processing going on. So this rune indicates that there's work to be done, both inside and outside yourself. Thurzaz represents the frontier between heaven and the mundane. Arriving at this frontier is a recognition of your readiness to contact the numinous and the divine. See? See that? Just go inside. My guides are saying they're waiting for you. All right? Your guides, your angels, your ascended man, whoever you connect with spiritually, those entities are waiting to assist you. So it's time to contact the numinous and the divine to illuminate your experience so that its meaning can shine through its form. This is a rune of non-action, and thus the gateway is not to be approached and passed through without contemplation. Here you are being confronted with a clear reflection of what is hidden in yourself and what must be exposed and examined before right action can be undertaken. This rune strengthens your ability to wait, because now is not a time to make decisions. Deep transformational forces are at work, absolutely. This is the next to the last of the cycle runes leading to sacred initiation. It's time to visualize yourself standing before a gateway on a hilltop. See that? This is really cool. I love how my guides illustrate this. Look, literally in the gateway, Cancer. So your entire life lies out behind you and below. Okay, they're asking me, just in case the light is really bad and you can't see it. All right, so visualize yourself on a hilltop, deep in meditation. Your entire life lies out behind you and below. It's time to view the past, the learnings and the joys, the victories and the sorrows, everything it took to bring you to this moment. Observe it all, bless it all, release it all. For it is in letting go of the past that you reclaim your power. And having done so, okay, my guys are chattering. Now is the moment. Once you get to that place, then you can step through the gateway, because that destiny is already assured. I love it, Cancer. So have a wonderful week. I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Tomorrow I'm driving to Amarillo, Texas, and then after that I will be in New Mexico preparing for the sacred shamanic healing retreat that's happening in Silver City. If you have an interest in joining that group, please go to the website and fill out a contact form and let me know right away. Thanks, gang. Click that like button for me on your way out. Have a wonderful week, and I always invite people to subscribe and click the bell so you get the notices, especially when I'm traveling. All right, thanks everybody. I'll talk to you soon.